Tinubu killed his presidential ambition with the bullion vans scandal. In less than 24 hours to the presidential election of Nigeria, dated 23rd of February 2019, 2 bullion vans were spotted driving into his residence of H0W AMß1Ť10N, located in Bodilon, Ikoyi, Lagos State. Large crowds who seemed like people who needed help were seen gathered outside the gates of the house. Some people took pictures and shared on social media, while many thought it was the usual fake news and propaganda move by agents of the opposition party. Tinubu, who had earlier boasted that he was richer than Osun State, came out beating his chest like King Kong, admitting the incident actually took place. In his words, says, "Excuse me, is it my money or government money? I don't work for government. I am not in an agency of government, and let anyone come out to say I have collected contracts from the government of President Muhammadu Buhari or the APC in the last 5 years. They should prove it. I am on my own and I am committed to my party. So even if I have money to spend on my premises, what is your headache? If I don't represent any agency of government and I have money to spend, if I like, I give it to the people free of charge, as long as it is not to buy votes. Who are those monitoring my house or bullion vans? They must be mischief makers because they report falsehood. They are all liars, and I do." Next month, we make it a year that the incident has taken place, and all the security agencies in Nigeria have looked away. Even when the chairman of the EFCC was questioned about the event in public, he dodged it. The EFCC claims it acts on petitions, and there was no petition against Tinubu concerning the bullion vans. An activist, Deji Adeyanju, publicly submitted a petition to that effect, and the EFCC failed to act on it. The anti-graft body didn't even pretend to act or attempt to do a sham job. I will not be shocked if Deji is served suya or kilishi on the streets of Abuja with the copies of the petition he submitted. The bullion van scandal has become the snake with 2 heads and has refused to die. It has been coming up and it will never stop rearing its ugly head until an arrangement similar to how President Muhammadu Buhari got his elusive school certificate is made, or better still, the law is allowed to take its course impartially without fear or favor. Many supporters of Tinubu who see him as the key to a Yoruba man being president in 2023 have been embarrassing themselves on social media trying to defend him. Someone asked if it was money that was actually in the bullion vans, and that journalists need to prove that that's beyond reasonable doubt. I guess in the person's village, bullion vans are used to convey second-hand clothes or vegetables and fresh fruits from the farm. 2 major offenses were committed by that singular action in Tinubu, and they are alleged money laundering and attempted electoral fraud. As for money laundering, the Anti-Money Laundering Act puts a cap on 5 million naira on cash that could be handled by private individuals and 10 million naira for corporate bodies. This implies that any cash transaction beyond 5 million naira by the former should be done via the bank. In essence, what Tinubu has done is money laundering, and he should have his day in court like every normal offender. As for electoral fraud, Nigeria has been battling with the issue of vote trading for some years now. During election, there are irregular huge cash movements for the purpose of inducing voters. For this to take place hours to a presidential election involving a politician seen as one of the financiers of a political party, it wouldn't be out of place to suspect the funds were meant to bribe voters, which is a crime. The electoral body, INEC, was quick to pass the buck to the EFCC by claiming it lacks prosecutorial powers. In the nearest future, when Buhari repeats his plagiarious line that it belongs to nobody and it belongs to everybody, he will be reminded that his anti-corruption war is highly politicized and it nurses sacred cows like Tinubu. History will vividly record that against him. Even though you have all the money in the world, can't buy everybody. This is why every politician craves for a good name and spends millions of naira to look good in the media. The scandal reeks of an integrity vacuum, which will put TINUBU in the same tighter corner Atiku Abubakar found himself during the build-up to the 2019 presidential election, as many thought he was corrupt. He reportedly paid billions of dollars to lobbyists to clear his path to America for political reasons. Nigerians have seen the scorching effects of corruption firsthand, and they don't want to return to the core PDP says days of sharing the money. If they see the traits of the past in TINUBU, then it will become unelectable to forestall future hardships and other Robin Hood antics. Most Nigerians during the elections admitted that Atiku was smarter and more promising than Buhari, but they couldn't trust him with the national treasury. They felt it was better to stick with an alleged dullard nicknamed Baba Goslow, with the hope that Nigeria bus moving at the pace of a snail would one day get to its destination during their lifetime or after their demise. When the most Muslings associated with politics start in 2022 and 2023. I mean, when TINUBU meets his real opponents in ring, the bullion vans scandal will be used as the joker that ends the game. It would be like the powerful right hand of American heavyweight boxer Deontay Wilder. When it lands, it's good night. This article is written by George Osayiwen. Honestly, I cannot agree less with this writer. That is just the fact. That is just the fact. But let's see what happens. How Nigerians will accept this, because like I always say, we have a lot of gullible people. You can imagine somebody's trying to make defense for TINUBU that how are they sure that it is even money that was inside? And the person was like, maybe in this village, bullion van is used to carry vegetables and carry all manner of second-hand clothes, that he will be telling us at this age and time. That how are you sure that bullion van will be, somebody will carry bullion van will be in your house, and you are saying maybe the bullion van is not money. What is bullion van meant for? And the man came out and I said to that is it your head? Why must it be your headache if I share money to anybody, boasting that he never worked for government? So let us see by that time, because we still have a lot of people, they can sell anything to them and they will buy it. Something that happened in the broad daylight, everybody saw it, and the man confirmed it. And you are telling us whether it was bullion van, that it was money that was inside the bullion van or not. And EFCC playing to the gallery. Even Buhari saying, "Oh, I belong to nobody, I belong to everybody." All those are rhetorics, like I always say. They will want to tell you what you want to hear, but that is not what they do in the real sense. They will tell you, buy Nigeria, grow Nigeria. They will do something else. They will be flying all over the world, getting whatever they want to get. So what are we talking about? So the foundation is already faulty. The foundation is already faulty. At the end of the day, those who are looking up to this government, okay, or this president that is going to do better, see what they have. This immediately they just got their second term. They changed drastically. They became demigods. If not for the intervention of God and Americans that saved Showore, these guys would have kept him. And that was one of the things Dasuki enjoyed, because Dasuki stayed there for 4 years. People talk, Buhari they never listened to anybody. Now they are telling us that they release these guys based on compassion, when the foundation is already rotten. So even if as this writer has said, that this man, it has destroyed his political whatever, but don't be surprised that people will still come and will be chanting his praises. They will forget all of those. But one thing that is always good, no matter how a place or people can be corrupt, you will still find some people who will stand their ground. No, it's not everybody that you can intimidate. It's not everybody that you can push to the background, or you can tell to shut up. Some people will still spring up and say the truth and say it the way it is. you might think, or people might think their voices might not be loud enough for them to be heard, but they will still say it. You cannot, everybody's memory cannot just be wiped away, because we know that a lot of gullible people who are supporters of these people, they will still come out and be making excuses for them. So that is just the way it is. And someone said it is better to bring IBB back to H0W than to allow TINUBU be the president of Nigeria. Thanks, George. You have said it all. Let TINUBU continue to continue to dream that he can become the Nigerian president. I advise him to put his fake money into something more important than waste it on presidential ambition that will never be. My humble opinion, sir. Someone says, apart from Bullion Van's saga, he was a former drug baron in the United States. There is no how we can allow such a desperate drug dealer to rule over us. Like, seriously? Okay. Someone said, who will vote for a man who has no passion for his people, even when they are dying? TINUBU can never be the president of this country. Never, never, never. If you don't allow TINUBU to lead this country, you will remain in darkness for years till Americans take over our oil. TINUBU has a bit of AWO's idea. That's what somebody's saying. And let's hear what response, or what people reply this particular statement. Someone say, which AWO are you talking about? What could AWO have done in Nigeria? You have even put salt into injury. Take your jaga jaga for yourself. We don't need a thief. But AWO did not have did not have any record of money laundering. If TINUBU becomes Nigeria president, private jets will replace Bullion Van. Please go back to sleep. And someone said, in the history of Old Western region, AWO was the person that brought the first university and the first TV station to Nigeria as a whole, not to talk of Cocoa House of Ibadan and free education, which make Yoruba your leader in education and civilization. The first skyscraper building in Nigeria. So can you point out what TINUBU, the leader, did for you Igbos? I don't know what this person saying. The achievement TINUBU has made in Lagos and in Nigeria in general, which of your politicians has made that? My friend, you need to be lectured. These are one of their supporters. Someone say, not single idea of ours. Ours stood for his people, and he is not corrupt, inept. TINUBU looks on when his people are dying, and corruptly inept is only on selfish ambition. Period. Those are the people replying them back and forth. Another one says TINUBU is our next president. I love TINUBU president. How did he manage Lagos area boys? So Nigeria will now become area boys country. I'm still laughing. Doesn't mean Southwest doesn't have sound people again. Not anyone from Lagos State at all. That's the question. TINUBU, the leader of Yorubas, the incorruptible man, carry on. We are with you. When Atiku carry dollars to PDP primary and hijack the flag bearers of PDP in Nigeria, these writers keep sleeping. But when Bullion Van enter TINUBU house, he wakes up. Good. TINUBU will never be our president. Enough of this useless old analog brain. We need digital brain like Showore to take up the nation affairs. TINUBU, jail is your next door. His ambition was also killed because he wants to usurp the position that doesn't belong to him. It's the turn of the Igbos. So guys, these are the submissions of people. And someone said, instead of you to be talking of a visionary leader who can use his brain to better our society and economy, you are busy writing stories about Bullion Van. May God keep us to 2023 and see the year in Jesus' name. That's what somebody said. So guys, let's hear your own take concerning all of this. Do you think with this issue of Bullion Van, that it has already destroyed TINUBU political presidential ambition? Let's hear your own take. A lot of people have made their own submissions. Let's hear your own submission. Thank you.